Hey, Shalom. First I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Let's get into it. What I want to get into today is, don't speak on it now. Don't speak on it now. Save your words. Save your words because the tongue, words are a weapon. You know, I know people trying to get all into their masculinity and stuff like that, especially men. Because they've been so deprived of masculinity, they be going overboard with the crap. But men still can get, twisted up inside just by the power of the tongue, the power of words. Hell, even Yahweh Shai got angry with some Jakes. They wanted, violence rose in his heart due to his words, and what he was saying, and not what he was doing, but what he was saying. They wanted to make sure screen don't black out on me. They wanted to, they crucified him. They crucified him. They got him crucified. And today, what you see, these people, they are angry at the elect. They hate the elect for what? Their word, the word of the Most High. Just for speaking prophecy, just for telling them what the script, what's said the Lord. You see, there is power. Words have power. The tongue is powerful. They say words can't, it's at this worldly saying that words can't hurt you. Nah, they really can. They really can. And a wise man and a wise person will understand when to say something and not to say something. A wise person would know when to say something and not to say something. Why? Because it can change the whole mood. It can change the whole situation. Given it at a proper time, it can be received. Be like, I'm gonna take your advice, but even if you give him right advice, but you speak it at the wrong time, like why would you say that to that brother at this moment? He ain't gonna remember that. Well, he might remember, but it's gonna be held in resentment. He is, or it's gonna go into the other ear, or into one ear and out the other. And that's why I want to get into today. Like, don't speak on it now. Hold your tongue, hold your words. I don't care how wise or edifying you trying to be. Wise or edifying you trying to be. Was it correct to say it at that moment? You see this person all riled up. You see this person's emotional state. Was it correct to say that at that moment? Because not only, I see it on with I see it with people, with people of the world. Some men be trying to be over masculine, stuff like that. I call that junk. I call that fake masculinity as well. That fake masculinity, like you got niggas, you got women who all perform fake femininity, or trying to be fake, or I'm trying to get this word right, fake feminine. That you gotta make me feminine. That's that fake femininity. You also got that fake masculinity. You go overboard with the junk, trying to be like your you know, trying to be like someone else, trying to be like someone else. That can be your homies, your uncles, your grandparents. You know, don't say it at that point. If that's not actually you just got something. You got something you idolizing away. Think on scriptures before you speak. Think on scriptures before you speak to that brother, or to that sister, to that man, or to that woman, or to that child. You know, think on scripture first. Whatever that image you got in your head of how a proper man, beat your chest type stuff, whatever image you got in your head that you idolize, cast that down and think upon scriptures. Cast that down and think upon scriptures. And let's get these scriptures. These something I want y'all to think on. Even myself, first and foremost, I speak to myself. Because, once you get in a position, you be like, was that right to say that? You get into, a small position, or maybe you got, a high position of authority. You start to examine yourself more. You start like, I'll speak to him later. Ain't no need to say it now. Wait till you come down. Wait till they come down. Or if you ain't in no mood, you can still wait till they come down. Then you can speak on it. Listen, this is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 23. Listen. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth. And a word spoken in due season, how good is it? Let's read it again. Listen. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 23. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? You know, and that's with a exclamation mark, not a question mark. That was with an exclamation mark. How good is it? Coming back and speaking on it in the right, at the right time. At the right time. I know some of y'all probably didn't go, a lot. The scripture says, rebuke sharply. In due season. In due season. And that's, mainly when you're on the highways and hedges, because the prophets always had to warn them, because you was warning. Someone that they were going or as the wrong way, This wasn't no other thing like, hey, you need to pull up your pants. I'm talking about something like that. Nah, this is something, this, when you wanted somebody, you ain't finna say, hey, move out the way. A car's coming. Hey, move out the way. A car's coming. You saying that so calm, they just looking at you like, what, nigga? But you say, hey, get the hell out the way. Get the hell out the way. They gonna look at you, then look around them, see if something coming their way, and they gonna move. You know. But everything in due season. Everything in due season. Cause you can't lose somebody on how you approach them, how you speak to them. You can't lose somebody like that. But in the world, and I speak as a man when I say this part. I speak as a man when I say this part. Be there in the world and in the truth. You can't lose a person like that. And everything you saying going on in one ear, not the other. You know? I speak from experience, from example. You know? This is let me get something else, excuse me. Cause I'm telling you, scripture, the word, the power of that tongue, the word, it is strong. It is strong. Listen, it is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Listen. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. And those who love it will eat its fruit. Did you hear that? Listen, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. You know, you know. And then, I mean, the scripture just said it clearly. You know, is that you saying something at the wrong time, that can get you killed. That can get you killed, especially in these times. And I'm sure in the ancient world too, because what this was written for us, but also written in the ancient world. Because they, some brothers do, have this romanticized view of the ancient world. Saying, oh, we just, when we was in Israel, we didn't have all this fighting and stuff like that. I doubt it. I doubt that you're right, because what? There are scriptures on whether a man get into the altercation, whether a man kill somebody, whether a man actually didn't kill somebody, just like that scripture about two men fighting and then his woman getting involved and the woman kick him in his testicles. She got to get her hand cut off. What? That's a scripture on two Jakes fighting and a woman intervening, and kicking him in the junk. It wasn't a rebuke about the woman jumping in. It was, a rebuke on kicking the man in the junk. And also, the avenger of blood and all that. You got all these laws and stuff like that. It's for to handle situations, them what if situations that actually does happen. Cause he wasn't right. He made no laws for things that will slightly happen. Nah, them situations that happened before, and there are laws for it to say, okay, if that happened, here you go. Why? Because I'm sure, I speak as a man when I say this again. Because, dealing with Jake in this time, in this world, dealing with Jake, someone says something out of season. Someone got their emotions twisted up. You probably got your emotions twisted up. You thought you were probably macho general, super masculine general, and things went south. And things went south. That's why you have to be wise. You have to be wise. Like kings and nobles, they knew how to control their cause I don't even like that word, control their emotions. Cause your emotions are gonna do what their emotions do. Control themselves. Control themselves from keeping their emotions from coming out. I know you probably saying, hey, a lot, that's the same thing, but nah. I'm saying like that because you'll probably still be angry in that moment. Be angry in that moment, but like you're not gonna let it influence your decisions. You're not gonna what? Yeah, you're not gonna let it influence your decisions. You're not gonna let it make you, make you be an asshole. Let me just say it like that. Make you do something that an asshole would do. Be an asshole at that very moment. You know, what them kings and nobles will do. They'll listen, even if they get mad and stuff like that. They'll listen, be like, okay, take it back with you. Take them words back with you. Think on it before they give you an answer, because you probably said something. They probably said something that pissed you off, and you have to get back with them on a later date. You probably see this brother, you probably see he's probably angry right now and stuff like that, or depressed or something like that. You probably be like, all right, I'm probably hold back what I gotta say for right now, and I'm gonna revisit it at a later date when he's in better spirits. When he's in better spirits. Because this is just not like when they say death and life are in the power of the tongue. It's not just saying that the brother gonna get angry with you, or the man gonna get angry with you and they kill you. That can happen too. But look, you still have suicides. You probably said something. You said in the world, people getting, bro was down, the child was down, that person was down, and someone said something out of season, and that was it. He was like, man, you know what? To hell with all. I just can't take it. To hell with it all. He end his life, in their life. You know. That's that. I've heard. I've heard. I ain't gonna say witnesses, but I know, cause it's been reported that people killed themselves, but what, because of what's that word? Abuse. I forget how I'm trying to see. It's a type of abuse it's called, and it's very apt. Dang, I forgot how it's called. Let me see. I'm just say verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. You think because you're not hitting someone. You're not hitting someone. You're not doing any damage. Nah. You don't know how emotionally twisted up someone might be in the inside. You don't know how emotionally low someone might be on the inside. And they might end themselves. That one sentence, that one paragraph, that one word was that word that pushed them over the edge, because you spoke out of season. You did not consider. You was all in your super macho masculinity. You was all in your I am wiser than thou spirit. Nah. Scripture teach you what? How to be meek. As the scripture said back, I'm going to go back and get it because I really like it. The scripture says in Proverbs chapter 15, a man have joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it? Death, again, Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. It's all about it's all about being wise. It's all about being wise. I know we're in a time that men are super effeminate. There isn't what people call a real man in these times. Man, hey yo, to hell with that. Be wise. Be wise. I have a better respect for wisdom now. I have a better respect for wisdom now. I don't give a damn about being super macho masculine. I don't care about being uh uh chief general captain elder super Hebrew. Nah, I don't care about that. I value wisdom. Cause it's a parable. It's a parable. Well, not a parable. I think it's a parable. I know the scripture speaks on it about if a it was speak well based on roughly paraphrasing. It was about a king who has an unworthy son. So he cast away his unworthy son and gave the rulership to his servant, that was in his ways, that were in his mindset. You know, he gave the kingdom to him. You know, why? Because of that wisdom, and that's also a big part. You know that's also a big part of this is on some personal stuff. That's also on a big part where I really don't care for having my own seed. You know, as long as a brother, as long as there is someone who understands wisdom, sees the world, for what it is, and how it could be better by implementing these laws. By implementing these laws, I value that more than having 1,000 children, more than having even one son or one daughter. I value that because as long as someone who understands the scripture is around, the Most High will have mercy. Righteousness will flourish. You know, as long as someone who's in rulership that has a good grasp of this wisdom, this knowledge, that is good enough for me. That is better to me. That is better than having a child. That is better than having an heir. You know, but I'm getting a bit off topic. We're going to jump back into it, you know. And I'm going to jump back into it by reading this verse again. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. You know. So speak at the right time. Speak at the right time, man. Listen. This is I probably gotta open up the other book so I can get it in the Sirach. You know. But I get this before I get that. This is check this out. Check this out, cause there's always a time. But see, by being wise, you will know when to speak. You know, you will know when to speak. Listen to this. I value wisdom more than masculinity. I value wisdom more than being a man. Yeah, I'm just say it like that. Being a man, I value wisdom more than all that stuff, because with wisdom you understand. You understand. It puts you in a more understanding spirit and a more understanding mindset. Because I've seen it. You got people who want to be super macho first, then apply wisdom. Nah, apply wisdom first. You know, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 7. Listen, a time to tear and a time to keep silent and a time to speak. You know, there's a time for everything. This scripture was going into, and I had want to get that verse. There's a time for everything, and this is when how what scripture says about it. A time to tear. A time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak. And you will know when to do these things, to implement these things, to keep quiet or to speak by utilizing wisdom. By utilizing wisdom. Should I speak on this right now or should I hold back? I'm going to hold back for this for right now. Then I will speak to him. Then I will speak to her. Then I will give her this advice. Then I will give him that advice at that time. By utilizing wisdom. Because it can save you. It can save you. Even if you get emotional, or someone piss you off or something like that, or someone's angry with you, what you say can, change the situation, can save your life, or keep you from, wilding out. Listen, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Listen, agree with your adversary quickly while you are on the way with him, lest your adversary deliver you to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officer, and you be thrown in prison. Don't be speaking reckless, especially with your enemy. And don't be speaking reckless to a brother. You don't think just because he's your brother that he can't get pissed off. That what you say doesn't affect him. Nah, again, utilize wisdom. Utilize wisdom. Utilize wisdom. Y'all ain't gotta talk that much. Y'all ain't gotta talk that much. For me, like I know some of y'all listeners don't know me personally, but like I'm an introvert. I'm really antisocial. I don't like speaking that much for real. The brothers that know me, they know I don't like speaking that much. And when I do, it's probably in jest with the brothers, or I'm thinking about what I'm about to say, how it will affect the brother, how it will affect this man I'm speaking to. It's right to say at this time. Is it right? Is this bit of advice? Is this bit of advice really that necessary to be given? I know you want to try to be wise. I know you want to be trying to, teach something. Because, you got the wisdom. But was it really needed in that time? Is it really needed at all? It's probably something you learned in your life that was beneficial for you. And that brother gonna learn about it, through experience, or you probably told him or gave that advice in due season, at the right time. Because why? You utilize wisdom. But this right here, that's especially when you out out with your enemies. Because you can just think about it when like a police pull you over, you be like, man, why the hell you pull me over, man? That's stupid. Now you just challenge, because again, men with authority are offended easy. Men in authority are offended easily, because when you have the authority, I've seen it. This is not just with policemen. This is with brothers who, men who believe they got a lot of wisdom, who got a lot of wisdom or believe they got a wisdom. Men who was in management position, men with some type of authority. Once you poke at the authority, they get offended. They get offended. They get offended. And most likely because you did not utilize wisdom. You did not utilize wisdom. Why would you say to an officer, why'd you pull me over? Man, I'm not doing all that. Now you didn't poke this officer's authority. This officer's authority, now he's pissed. Now his decision making is gonna be in anger. His decision making is gonna be in anger, and what? Death and life is in the power of the tongue. What? Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with your adversary quickly while you are on the way with him, lest your adversary deliver you to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officer, and the officer and you be thrown in prison or killed. Because nowadays that scripture says, the hearts of many wax, or paraphrasing, the hearts of many will wax cold. He just pull out that that gun, that stick, and just get the blazing your ass. Get the blazing your ass, Doggone, that can get you fired. You be like, man, I ain't doing that. Man, why I gotta do that? Man, you do that. You saying this to your manager, your supervisor. You didn't poke at their masculinity, at their fragile masculinity, at their authority. Now, just like a judge, they're gonna hold you in contempt. They're gonna hold you in contempt, and yeah, they do this in court. It's something I had learned I think a year or it's not a year ago or 2 years ago, that a judge can do that. Because why? People do it, man. Hold you in contempt. If a judge holds you in contempt, that means you in bad favor. I ain't no judge, they can do that in court at first. You in bad favor. He gonna hold you in contempt. You in the worst place, no matter what you say. He's gonna make this judgment. He's gonna make his judgment on him having these, feelings about you. Being held in contempt, you being held in bad favor. In bad favor. Judge be like, okay, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. Everything that's gonna be brought out on you, against you, everything that's going to be, against you, and everything good that's being brought out is all gonna be weighed on this scale of him having bad favor towards you. That's what people also, that is what people also, if they have you in bad, in contempt, if they have you in contempt, that advice is gonna be, that advice, almost everything you do is gonna be filtered through contempt. Everything you do, say, is gonna be filtered through contempt. So be wise. I'm gonna get this now. I'm going to get this now. Because I didn't gotta open up this Bible. Listen. What was in the chapter I needed to be to? Oh, crap. I forgot to have this one work. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 7. And I hope this was edifying. Listen. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice. Slacking. Doggone ad just popped up to ruin my. Yeah. Spirit's active. How long I been going? Dang. That's a pretty long minute. I was trying to make this video that long. Salakia. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 32, verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of it. You hear that? If there be need of it. If there be need of it. And yet scarcely when thou art asked twice, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. Let's read that again, verse 8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. You know, you see scriptures is saying, be wise. Be wise. Again, like that little bit of information I gave about myself. I'm antisocial and I'm an introvert. If I'm talking, it's going to be in jest. Most of the time, it's going to be in jest. And when that when wisdom need to be implemented, it's usually with my actions. If someone looking for scriptures, for a scripture to be said, I'll go and get it. I'll say it. Other than that, I'm really not trying to to speak that much. I'm really not trying to do anything like that. Wisdom is a great thing, man. Wisdom is a great thing. Wisdom is a great thing, especially when you use it in its proper time. Well, man, wisdom is a great thing. So, don't speak on it. That's as I'm going to try to title my lesson. Don't speak on it now. Utilize the tongue properly. Utilize your words properly. Now, I'm not saying, you got to be extremely eloquent. You got to be a masterful speaker of this English language. Nah. You see, my words and my sentences be broken up and stutter. It didn't have stutters in it. Nah, it's not. I'm not saying that. Nah. I'm saying just be wise, man. Just be wise. And man, I hope this was edifying. And with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.